Hey guys, Tyler here. Thanks for watching. In this video, we're going to be going over how long it takes to buy a house. And if you stay to the end, we're going to go over a bonus tip on things that you can do to make sure you time it perfectly. First and foremost, we need to know if you're pre-approved or if you're pre-qualified. If you're pre-approved, that basically means you've gone to a bank, you told the bank how much you can afford, the bank ran some numbers, and then they decided that based on what you told me, you can afford this much. Once you put an offer on the house, you give them that pre-approval letter, and then at that point, you give all the documentation that you told the lender that you had to prove that you can afford the amount that you said you make. Then you have pre-qualified. Pre-qualified is what I do. Because I'm a self-employed business owner, I don't want there to be any question on my ability to get a loan. So I give them all my information. I give them my tax returns. I give them my pay stubs. I give them everything to prove my income before I ever buy a house. Because I do that, when I do put an offer in on the house, that loan process is much quicker. And they have all the information already, and they can send it to the underwriters and they can give the stamp of approval much quicker than them having to reach out to you and saying, hey, now I need your tax returns from last year, your tax returns from the year before. Oh, by the way, we need some additional information to make sure that what you said is true. So that brings us to the speed of the lender. The speed of the lender is somewhat contingent upon your ability to give them the documentation they need. If they already have everything, the speed of the lender is going to be pretty quick. It's not going to take very much time once they verify all that information at underwriting. I've also found that smaller banks are better than big banks. Smaller banks have in-house underwriters, meaning their hands are in it every single day. You also have cash. Cash is king. You can close pretty much in 2 weeks. 14 days is the fastest I've been a part of buying a house. If you're going to get a loan, which most of us are, to be honest, it can take longer, and that's what we're identifying. If you have all your ducks in a row, you're under the gun, and you have to get it done. I have personally had banks here in Omaha, Nebraska. Every state is different. There's different requirements as regards to paperwork, process, and such for buying a house. But here in Nebraska, the quickest I've done a loan, it was 20 days. 20 days. Now, don't make that your standard. That's if you're in a pinch and you know the lender and they're gonna do you a favor and they're gonna be as aggressive as possible. I've seen it done in 20 days. Most loans take 30 to 45 days. Now, if nothing goes wrong, which rarely happens, let's be honest, 30 days is a comfortable number. However, many things can go wrong. There's missed signatures, there's appraisal issues, there's inspection issues. All these things can delay the closing time. So if there are none, 30 days is a comfortable number. If there are delays, which there typically are, 45 days is typically that comfortable number that you know you can get in your house without any hiccups. All right, now time for the bonus tip. Behind me, we have a timeline of buying a house. From the time that you put the offer in and it gets accepted to when it closes, when your first payment is going to be. This is very helpful if you're looking to buy a house and you rent a home. So we have here, let's just say you close on your house that you're going to buy on February 1st. You get the keys February 1st. Well, at that point, you have an option to decide when you want your first payment to be. You can have it March 1st, or you can delay it an additional month to be April 1st. Now you're still going to be paying interest. And the reason this works is that with any loan, you're required to acquire interest first before payments are begin due. So when you first close on a house, you've acquired no interest. So you have to acquire interest first, and then your payments will begin. Well, they want a full month of interest before your payments start. So if you close on the 1st, you got a full month of interest and you can start your first payment on March, or you can delay it another to April 1st. However, if you get the keys, you close on your house February 2nd to February 28th, anytime during that month, your first payment will not start till April 1st. So you close on February 2nd, you got 59 days before your first payment. You close on the 28th, you got about 30 days before your first payment, because it won't be until April 1st. This is helpful, especially if you rent an apartment that your last payment is due on, or you don't get out till March. Well, you can move the full month of February, not have a payment at all, get out of your apartment, and then have an additional free month of rent or free month living in your house besides paying interest. I will say you're still paying for it, but it's not really going to get into that normal month-to-month routine of making a payment until that April 1st date. So I hope this helps, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching. Tyler with eXp here. Have a blessed day.